So if you probably know me, you know that I work during bouts of inspiration. I will record 6 podcast episodes in one day. I will pump out 5 blog posts in a week. I work when I have the energy and excitement and inspiration to do that. And there are a few reasons for that. But partially it's because I want to keep my schedule flexible for when something amazing comes along and I want to share those opportunities with you. And that is exactly what's happened this weekend. If you're listening in real time in late February, mid to late February, Get It Done Week is something you need to know about. And it's happening the week of February 20th, 2023. If you're not listening in real time, feel free to fast forward this 30 seconds. But if you are listening in real time, you need to know about it. You're going to hear in the next few episodes me talk about a Tripwire offer. Basically what this means is taking those freebies that you've been sharing and pumping out and creating, taking all this time to put in, and learning how you can make sales off the back of that, which I think is huge. It can do so much for you and your business. If you want to learn more about that, you'll definitely love this episode and this series of episodes where you hear this little intro. And I'd love for you to actually come and make one with me next week. I did a course with Elizabeth Goddard called Tripwire Training. She's running a live version of this the week of February 20th in a Facebook group. It's $47. And if you purchase through my affiliate link, you get a couple of bonuses. You're going to get a checklist that literally walks you through how you can use your TPT resources to create a Tripwire offer with upsells and downsells and everything in between. And you even have it sectioned off so you can choose your playbook. You can choose to focus on selling a course with it, selling a membership, selling a high ticket bundle that you have on TPT, or even just a resource that sells really well, and even a done for you service if you're a service provider like me. So if you want that, you can definitely grab the link for that in my show notes if you just want the checklist, or anyone who gets the course, either the DIY version if you're listening in not real time, or the live Get It Done Week workshop version, you will get this bonus as well. And on this checklist, it's not just a checklist. I do have it in Google Docs, but I also have mini video tutorials that literally walk you through how to do each of the steps. So this thing is really good. Honestly, it could be a mini course in its own. So I hope you grab all those things, and I hope you find these episodes super helpful. Hello and welcome to the Social Media Magic Podcast, the perfect podcast for TPT sellers, teacherpreneurs, and teacher business owners who consider themselves to be introverts. Each episode shares all kinds of ideas, tips, tactics, and strategies to help you make more sales and grow your community on social media. Without further ado, let's get on to today's episode. If you're listening to this in real time, February to early March 2023, then you're in time to register for the Short Form Funnel Summit. It's completely free March 3rd through 6th, and it's audio only, which means you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time on social media or staring at a screen. What we're really doing is sharing words from experts to help you have short form video that converts potential followers into subscribers on your email list and sales for your products, which is what we really want at the end of the day. We're going to be talking about TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and even short form video on platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn that get a little bit neglected and ignored. If you know you're going to be busy that weekend, or if you know you want a little more support, there will be an option to upgrade to an all access pass, and the price will go up closer to the dates. So if you know you're going to want to get that, get it as soon as possible so you can save it. All of those links are in the show notes, or if you need a little more info, you can DM me on Instagram over at Brittany Verlenich. Welcome back to the Social Media Magic Podcast. My name is Brittany Verlenich. I am a content strategist, social media manager, and a total nerd about all things marketing and sales for online businesses. I work a lot with introverted TPT sellers, teacher business owners, teacher creators, and even some folks that aren't teachers but resonate with the way that we do things, the way that educators are really people first, that we care about our customers, that we actually want them to learn stuff, that we don't just want them to go through our products and courses and having bought it, but we actually want them to have success. And if they're teachers, we want for their students to have success too. We want to pass on that impact and make a difference while we make more money. We don't just want to make money, we want to make a difference. If all of that resonates with you, then you are in the right place, my friend. Today, I'm answering a question, which is, what is a Tripwire offer in business? When you look up Tripwire, you might have seen something about Minecraft or something about war tactics. And so I was like, okay, I think I need to make an episode that explains what a Tripwire is, because especially if you're working on making your business more passive, you want those passive income streams. You want to have evergreen email marketing funnels, which just means that you're using email to make money on autopilot, which of course, who doesn't want that? Of course, we want an as automated as possible business, as my friend Brittany Long says. And tripwires are a great way to do that. A little disclaimer, I mentioned this in the last episode, which by the way, if you haven't listened to the last episode already, pause this one, go back and listen to that because I share 7 ways that you can grow your email list without having to create a new freebie. And Tripwire Offers is one of those ways. So if this is something you're really working on right now, then definitely go and listen to that. But if you're just interested in Tripwire Offers, then this is a great place to start. So what is it? What is a Tripwire? Well, the simplest version is a Tripwire is a low-cost product, sometimes a course, sometimes a service, that is offered right after someone gets onto your email list. So how this typically works is they opt into your freebie or join your group or whatever it is, and then they get some kind of paid offer. Now, I should say, disclaimer with that, if you're using your Facebook group as a lead magnet, this is a little harder to do. Not impossible, but a little bit harder. But we want to be able to offer them something right on the page. And usually this is kind of taking them on a journey. So I might have a checklist that shows everything you need to have to open and optimize a Facebook group. And then I might have a mini course that says, okay, now that you've opened your group, how are you going to keep it engaged? And that comes up on the page right after the freebie. That would be a good example of that. Or maybe I even go back a step further and say, hey, you have this Facebook group, you started it, that's awesome. Do you want to know how to grow your email list with it? Because I know that a lot of people who are starting Facebook groups are partially doing so because they're focusing on their email list marketing. And they know that maybe compared to other strategies like Instagram or TikTok, they can't always collect emails, but with a Facebook group, they can. So I'm going to share ways they can do that because I think that might be something they're interested in. That would be a Tripwire offer because it's something they're paid for. Usually it's really low cost, like 7, 9, 17. We always see these numbers ending with a 7 or 9, and there's a whole psychology thing behind that. It's because it works, so people keep doing it. But usually it's something low cost that people get because it kind of allows you to make more money right then. And we're not talking about upsells and downsells or order bumps on this, but you've probably gone through this process before if you've bought something online that maybe you saw an ad on Facebook or Instagram for something you really liked, you opted in, and then right when you opted in, you got this limited time offer. Usually there's some kind of countdown timer on the screen, and it says for the next 15 or 20 minutes, only on this page, you get this course for half off. That is a Tripwire. So it's the thank you page you could think of where there's a paid offer built in. And there are really 3 things that make up a Tripwire offer. Usually it's discounted off the normal price. So if your course is $97, for example, maybe on that page for only 15 or 20 minutes, you offer it for half off for $47. It's also usually only available on that page. And I think this is something important because if you're positioning something as a limited time offer, you really want to make sure it's actually limited, right? We don't want to say, it's only this price for the next 20 minutes, and then send an email blast out to our whole list saying, hey, get this deal. Because then it makes us sound out of integrity and honestly like we're lying. Like we don't want to be lying because we need to build that trust with our audience. 1, so that they feel comfortable buying from us. And 2, if they have bought from us in the past, we want to be able to keep them happy as lifelong customers because most likely, especially in the TPT space, they're going to buy something again, especially if they followed our stores on TPT and if they've opted into our email list. That shows they're interested in other things we have to offer. So it's usually discounted off the normal price. It's only available on that page and it's a limited time offer. So there might be a countdown timer for the next 15 or 20 minutes. And then after that time expires, the offer expires. I've actually seen this happen where I was on a page and I honestly got distracted. I came back and it said, oh, too late, the offer expired. That is part of what it is. Nobody wants to build false scarcity. That makes us feel icky and weird. And if we've been on the receiving end of that, we know how frustrating that can be. This is real scarcity and urgency because that offer is not going to happen again. They're not going to see it again. Now, I guess technically they could use a different email address and then come and opt in and get it that way. But then that's what they're doing, right? We can't control what they're doing, but we can control what we are doing when we're operating in marketing and integrity. And then Tripwire is just a great way to get a little more money passively while you're building your list. This is something, again, I'm not an expert in. It's still really new to me, but I've seen some really great results by setting this up for my store math with minis, because not only am I getting the freebie to them, but then on the next page, I say, hey, thank you. Since you're interested in math facts, here, check out this math fact maze bundle. Oh my gosh, it's working so well. So you want to do this with a product that you already know is selling well organically on whatever marketplace you're focusing on. So you're focusing on TPT, or whenever I say TPT, you could replace that with Amped Up Learning, Made by Teachers, whatever, any of those platforms. So if you have something that's already selling there well organically through search, then why not set it up as a Tripwire? It doesn't take a lot of time, but you do want to make sure that you set it up correctly technically, and I know that can be a major holdup. So I want to let you all know, if you're listening to this in real time, I am participating in Elizabeth Goddard's Get It Done Week. Elizabeth is someone I just so admire. I love the way she does her online business. I really respect her, and I love her offers. Her offers are so simple and clean, and it's like, it doesn't just give you a whole content bloat. She only delivers what you actually need to know to be able to take action on it and get a quick win, and I'm all about that. And I'm doing a little bonus. Whoever signs up for this training, this Tripwire Get It Done training week, through my affiliate link, is going to get a separate Telegram chat with me where we're going to give each other feedback on each other's Tripwire offers throughout the week. You can sign up for that, link in my show notes, or you can just send me a DM on Instagram over at Brittany Verlenich or shout me out in the Facebook group. It's $47. I think it's well worth it, because if you think of even a bundle you have, I mean, you could even have the Tripwire that you have your freebie that leads to a resource that leads to a higher ticket bundle. Just think of how much money you can make per day having that set up. I think $47 of having someone walk you through it and offer that in-time coaching and support is more than worth it, because you're going to have the Facebook group where everything's happening, and then you're going to have my additional support via Telegram. So I'm super excited about that. Her course, Tripwire Training, is also just really good too. If you do get the evergreen version later, or if you're listening to this after February 2023, which I understand you're probably like, oh, it doesn't apply to me anymore, I will have the evergreen link in my show notes too. And they're both affiliate links, so I do earn a commission, no extra cost to you. But the bonus of that is, if you're doing this in real time, you get my extra support with that Telegram chat. And that is pretty much it. That is what a Tripwire means in business. Hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear from you, even if you don't end up getting this. Feel free to shout me out on social media, or talk to you soon on the next episode.